struggle of the pigmented lips and finding the lip products. Later on in the video, I'm gonna actually mimic those super pigmented lips that have that bluish undertone, so that are a little bit more purpley. My mom has lips like this, and I know how she's dealing with her lip pigment, so I'm gonna mimic that as well. Because my lips are super pale, how am I gonna do this video? I'm gonna actually apply a lip tint. So I'm using, of course, the Wonder Skin lip mask in the shade XOXO. And now, so that I can get even more pigment to my lips, I'm gonna use a lip liner, lip stain. So now I'm just like really exaggerating the pigment. People who have super pigmented lips usually deal with this kind of lips with using foundation or concealer on top of their lips to hide it, to make it more pale, and then to apply lip products on top, and that is certainly a way to deal with it. But I know that a lot of people hate this. The clients say that to me, and also it can make your lips feel dry, look very cakey. You have to reapply throughout the day, you have to reapply the concealer or foundation, and also it can look a little bit weird and like a weird pastel shade. So what you actually have to do is you have to know the color theory. I know, super boring and technical, but that's your best shot in my opinion. That goes especially for those who have more purpley, bluish undertone. I'm gonna show you now how different shades look on pigmented lips. Let's try one of the most famous lipsticks, Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, and actually on my super pale lips and my more cool undertone of the skin, this looks too kind of peachy orangey on me, although it looks very neutral in the bullet, but you can see how it looks on my skin. Peachy, like a muted peachy, but peachy. Let's apply it now on the tinted lips. So it's almost the same shade as my lips. It looks more neutral, I would say, not so peachy anymore. I hope you can see this. Let's try the new Maybelline Satin Finish lipstick in the shade Upstate. I'm gonna show you first on my skin. I hope you can see this. So this shade kills the more orangey undertones on my lips. It looks almost brownish. I removed both lipsticks and I'm gonna actually apply the darker shade. This is from L'Oréal Paris. It's Worth It in the shade Medium. I briefly mentioned this already in my pale lip video. You cannot look at your lips like its own entity. It depends on your skin undertone, how light or dark your skin is, your hair and your eyes. I would say everything is connected. So for example, I'm pale, cool tone olive skin. So some very orangey shades won't look good on me. Although, as you're gonna see later on, it also depends on the lip color, which pigment you have naturally in your lips. So the first difference that I can see immediately is that the first two shades, which actually look darker on my lips, now with the pigmented lips, they look on the same level, if that makes sense. And the shade that it's quite dark on me actually, that I have on right now, is just a bit darker than my pigmented lips. So you have to gravitate towards darker shades. For example, I'm gonna grab now a lighter lipstick. So forget about those super pale lipsticks. If you want that concealer type of lips, you have to actually grab darker lipsticks. This is one that I really like from Revlon, Bare It All, and I actually love this shade. This doesn't look dark on me. It's actually quite warm but nude at the same time. I would say that it's the same shade as my lips, but the undertones are different. So now let's check out. Immediately you can see that this one on the pigmented lips actually looks like a concealer lip. So something like this that I would totally pull off, actually it looks very nice on me. It's gonna look way too dark. Well, I mean, way too light on you. And now let's go to the different undertones. So because my lips have more of that maybe red undertone, and I'm gonna use actually more kind of a pink, neutral pink, I would say. It's not a cool toned, but it's not a warm toned pink. And it's not super light either. It's not opaque. It's more sheer in the formula, but I'm very curious to see how it's gonna look. This is from Lisa Eldridge in the shade Épanoui. It looks more warm toned than on my lips. On my lips it looks a little bit more on the cool, not cool tone, but neutral. This looks more warm toned. So it's super interesting to discover this with you because, you know, I see, when I do clients, I see immediately, but it's totally different when you really dive into it and see the difference. This lipstick, this is from Catrice. It's in the shade Macchiato Glow, and this one pulls too orangey on me, too browny orangey on me. Let's see how it's gonna look on these lips. And again, it's not super opaque, it's buildable. So if the lipstick has more of a warm undertone as your lips, for example, that it's just gonna blend into your lips way better, it's gonna look. And if you have lipsticks that are more blue undertone, that it's gonna kinda neutralize that orangey shade underneath. If you don't like that orangey reddish undertone, then you have to check out more cool toned lipsticks like this one from Maybelline, if you like that. And then it depends how dark it should be. So if you want to keep the level of your lips but just to neutralize that orangey reddish undertone, then you need to pick the lipstick that it's as dark as your lips but with the blue undertone. I hope that makes sense. But if you really don't want to use concealer or foundation, then your best bet is simply just picking out the products that are very opaque. So very opaque lip liners, then usually matte lipsticks and liquid lipsticks, but of course you can get very highly pigmented lipsticks that are creamier. That's also a possibility. The same goes with the lip tints. Maybe if you want to keep your lips as they are, very natural, but just to kind of neutralize it, then just pick more cool toned lip stains and apply it on top. Now, what if your lips are very purpley in undertone? Those are very rare lips, and my mom has lips like this. So I'm using a lip tint that it's actually Line Stain from Essence Tattoo Lip Liner in the shade Make a Mauve. So my lips are gonna be so tinted. I'm gonna be good until the next week. So now my lips, I know this is exaggerated, but this is how we're gonna actually see the difference. Of course, my mom doesn't have lips like this, but they are very cool tone indeed. So the only thing that she actually uses are very warm lipsticks, and those are usually very orangey, corally, very bright lipsticks as well, and darker than her lips, so that it doesn't look very washed off, very I would say outdated and kind of catchy, you know. And of course the same goes for the lip liners and all the other lip products. So I'm gonna show you what kind of a shades I would use on my mom. So for example, this is more muted version of it. This is from L'Oréal Paris, in the shade Worth It. So first of all, I'm gonna show you right here. So you can see that it's a muted, more kind of a orangey shade. At least I hope you can see this. So this is gonna be probably too muted for this level of purpley lips and too light. So now you can see if the shade is too light, how bad it looks. So this is a lipstick from my makeup kit actually. It's from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Coral Kiss. I know that my mom would gravitate towards this kind of a shade, but maybe now that she's a bit older, she likes more muted orangey shades. But I'm gonna show you anyhow. I just need a spatula so that it's gonna be hygienic. I don't wear lipsticks like this because they are way too pigmented, way too bright, way too orangey for me. This is actually very corally. It's not that orangey. But let's see. This is so interesting. So you can see the shade here. And it's still too light for my lips. Can you see? This doesn't look like an orangey shade at all. So the blue undertone totally neutralized that corally shade. I hope you can see the difference. Sometimes, I don't know how it looks on the camera. So, right, the shade doesn't look like this anymore. It neutralized that blue shade. I'm just gonna rub it off a bit. All the pigment just layered up and... But I have here, for example, this is from Catrice and it's the Diamond Glaze Gloss Stick. So this is very sheer in the shade Glow For It. Very sheer, but it has, you can see how orangey this is. This is very orange. This is not corally, it's actually orangey, but it doesn't have a lot of pigment to it. But let's just see. I hope you saw that. Even though it's super sheer, as you can see here, it definitely to some degree neutralized my lips. You really don't need concealer, foundation. I hate the feeling of those on my lips. Also, it can gather sometimes around the lips and it can look a little bit crackly if you have fine lines. It can totally emphasize those if you apply concealer or foundation on your lips. So if you have that problem with fine lines, avoid area around your lips, so apply as little as possible. If you don't need to apply it, if you have that blue undertone in your lips, I would totally avoid, you know, lip liners like Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever or Stone from MAC, because those are already very grayish, very cool in undertone, and your lips are gonna look dead. But if you dig that look, then great. So a quick recap: if your lips are very pigmented, you just need to establish how pigmented they are, and then you have to choose lipsticks that are darker than your lips. And then you have to establish your undertone. So if your undertone is, for example, more warm toned, then if you want to neutralize that, you're gonna pick shades with more cool undertones. If you want to enhance those very warm undertones in your lips, then you're just gonna pick the lipsticks that have that same undertone. If the undertone of your lips it's more cool toned, then you want to actually pick very warm toned lip products, so more orangey lip shades. And I would, with that very cool toned lips, I would totally avoid gray, very blue in undertone lip products. And then to end this, the more opaque the product is gonna be, the more it's gonna cover up your lips. So it depends on you totally. If you really want to hide that lip shade that you already have, then you want to pick more pigmented lip products. I hope I managed to explain that and show you even though my lips are not pigmented, and I hope this video helped. If you think that I helped you in some way, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's totally free for you, but it helps me out so much. You can comment down below, that helps me even more. And if you feel extra generous today, and if you have the option to hype the video, then please do so to push this information further out into the YouTube space. So have a lovely day and see you in my next video. Bye.